This is State Representative Jason Woolford, and I'm fighting hard in Lansing to uphold my oath to the Constitution and protect our conservative values. This week, my colleagues and I on the House Oversight Committee voted to authorize a subpoena to Secretary of State's office for missing election documents. Secretary Benson was given a Monday deadline for these documents, and she has refused to hand over for the past 5 months. Republicans don't mess around when it comes to transparency, and I'll make sure that every one of these documents comes to light. Earlier this month, President Trump announced Liberation Day in America, pushing back against years of unfair global trade practices. While many are optimistic that our country will no longer be taken advantage of, some Democrats are busy hoping for an economic crash out of pure spite. And while inflation and grocery prices were through the roof for the past 4 years, they said nothing. But now they're over-exaggerating even the slightest market setbacks. President Trump has demonstrated his economic strategy in winning fair trade deals for the United States and taking on our adversaries in communist China. China has been ripping off our country for decades, and I fully support holding them accountable. Meanwhile, Democrat control for the past 2 years has crippled Michigan, and our state started the year off with 70,000 more unemployed workers than the year before. As the chair of House Oversight Committee on State and Local Public Assistance Programs, I have made it clear from the beginning of the term that we intend to cut government waste, fraud, and abuse. These are the real issues plaguing the Michigan economy, not the false narrative on trade. I want to thank Speaker Matt Hall for accompanying the governor to the White House last week. It was great to hear President Trump agreeing on the strategic importance of Selfridge Air Base. As a United States Marine Corps veteran, supporting our National Guard and other state military assets is a priority for me. I also want to thank Speaker Hall for his undying commitment to public safety and maintaining our local infrastructure. My colleagues and I have passed a long-awaited $3 billion plan to fix Michigan's crumbling roads, of which goes without raising your taxes. House Republicans have a mandate, and that is to stick to our promises and rebuild our state. I'll continue providing you with inside updates happening in our state capitol. And lastly, I want to remind you, from the State House to the White House, we're finding waste, fraud, and abuse and neglect from an out-of-control government that has been working to trample your freedoms and take or mismanage your money, and that stops now. I've committed to remaining always transparent and always faithful. Until next time, have a wonderful Easter, and may God bless you.